I have spent the last decade of my life immersing myself in the real estate industry as a real estate broker and now as a real estate consultant. I have received hundreds of inquiries for different properties all over the Philippines and closed over $1 billion in sales. And I noticed that there are generally three kinds of buyers. First, buyers who know exactly what they want. Second, buyers who don't know what they want. And third, buyers who have a general idea of what they want but are still in their discovery phase. So if this is something that you can relate to, then check this video out and hit subscribe if you're liking content like this. If you'd also like a PDF file of my home buying guide, email me so we can send you a copy. My email is in the description box. These three buyers can be categorized into three buying stages: the early stage buyer, the mid stage buyer, and the late stage buyer. So I'll be describing all three. And I'll also be sharing with you my home buying guide in this video, how you can buy a house or property in the Philippines. The early stage buyer is someone who is still in the discovery phase. They don't know what they want yet because they have no idea of what the market is like. Probably because they were based abroad or in a different city for a long time. So this is where research comes in. They Google the city that they want to invest in, ask their friends, check with the broker on what the available properties are. Buying timeline would be in about 1 year or more. And then we have the mid-stage buyer. So these are the buyers who have a general idea on what they want but still need to know more. So buying timeline should be within 6 months to a year. They're interested to buy but not quite ready yet. And then we have the late stage buyer. So this is the buyer who has already done the research. They have the information that they need and they know exactly what they want. They are also both financially and emotionally ready to make an investment. If a broker comes in contact with a late stage buyer and can find them what they want, they can close the deal almost immediately. Buying timeline is within 1 to 3 months. So the purpose of this video is twofold. First is to help you identify as a buyer what stage are you in. Second is to clarify what your requirements are. Clarity will help your agent in coming up with a list of properties that match your requirements so we can offer you properties that actually are close to what you like. So the first step is tell me what you want. The first step in the home buying process is to tell your agent what you want. Let's say you've decided to invest in a specific city like Cagayan de Oro or Cebu. I'll then be asking you a series of questions that will help narrow down what you like. Which area in Cagayan de Oro do you want to live in? Do you have a preferred village in this area? What is your preferred size, like the floor area or the lot area? What is your maximum budget? What is your preferred payment term? Is it cash or bank financing? If it's bank financing, how much is your cash on hand for the down payment? And what is your target timeline to buy? Is it within 3 months, 6 to 12 months, or after a year? And do you have any other preferences? Like the master bedroom needs to be on the first floor, you want a pool, house with extra yard or garden space, or other features that you might have in mind. The second step is to start offering listings that are close to what you want. So the purpose of these questions is to make sure that it's clear what your requirements are, and so that as your broker, I can narrow down the properties I can offer you based on the parameters you have set. Buying a property is all about the process of elimination. In this stage, I will be sending you a list of the listings that match your requirements, about 5 to 6 properties. We rarely find one that will tick all the boxes, so that what we need to look out for is the one that will hit most of it. If you find other listings online that you want to check out, feel free to send the link to me so we can go over those properties together. I will be here to assist you throughout the entire process. Step 3, once you've selected your top 4 listings, then let's go check them out. Usually, we will need to schedule a viewing at least 1 day ahead to give the owners advance notice. It is also not ideal to check more than 4 listings at a time, especially for house and lot units, because checking out too many listings might overwhelm you and you end up remembering none of them. And then the fourth stage is the negotiation stage. So for private listings, once you've found a property that you like, the next step is to make an offer. It's now time for your broker to shine, because the people in our team are expert negotiators and we will negotiate the best terms for both parties so that it is a win-win. If you did not like any of the listings that you viewed, then we go back to step 2 and I'll offer you a new set of listings to check out. For developer-owned listings, no negotiation is needed because developers already have a set selling price in place along with set discounts, which is about 5 to 10% for cash purchases. We can proceed directly to reservation stage. So all we need to do is to comply with the reservation requirements and pay the reservation fee via online bank transfer or cash payment directly to the developer's office. You will then sign a document called a reservation agreement to officially reserve your unit of choice. Step 5 is contract signing. So for private listings, once you and the seller have come to an agreement and you've done your due diligence and found everything to be in order, the next step is to sign either a contract to sell, if the payment is going to be in terms, or a deed of absolute sale if you will be paying in cash. So I have a video on how to do due diligence when buying real estate. I'll put it up in the card above, and I'll also put the link in the description. So again, the 5 steps to buying a property in the Philippines are: step number 1, tell me what you want. So this is where I'll be asking you a series of questions to narrow down what you want. Step number 2 is offer property. So based on the parameters and requirements you have set, I will then be offering you 5 to 6 properties that match what you like. Third is go on a property tour. You'll then pick your top 4 properties and then we'll go check them out. And then step number 4 is the negotiation stage. Once you have chosen a property, I will facilitate the negotiation for you until you come up with a price that both you and the seller agree on. Again, if it's a developer-owned listing, then no need for the negotiation stage. Just go straight to reservation. And then the 5th step is contract signing. So this is where you will be signing the contract to sell or the deed of absolute sale and officially close that deal. And that's it for today's vlog. If you found this video interesting, all I ask for is a subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.